Welcome to the second part of my Terraria playthrough. Last time we defeated the Wall of Flesh and entered hard mode. This time some mechanical ass is going to get kicked. Now we have the Hello biome right in front of our base, so my base is going to be invaded by pixies and unicorns. But anyway, I break the demon altars to spawn the Hardmore ores and fight bravely against the shadow people. Now the grinding begins. First, I mined enough palladium to craft myself a pickaxe, and then I repeated the same process for mithril. For some reason, I now decided that I actually do need the cobalt shield, so I went on a small mission to the dungeon, and the first chest that I came across had a cobalt shield for me. I then continued mining adamantite until I had enough for a pickaxe, but when I went down again to mine for the armor, a pirate invasion started happening. I actually didn't notice that, so I just continued mining until I got wrecked by a Medusa. So, I arrived low on health to the pirate invasion, and let me tell you, did I hate the pirate invasion. I wasn't ready at all to fight a pirate, so I chipped at them, bit by bit, dying repeatedly. But in the end, I finally killed the last pirate, and before cleaning up the graveyard scattered across my base, I could now craft myself adamantite armor. With the Hardmore ores out of the way, the next upgrade is getting some wings. For that, I need to kill a wyvern for some source of light. So, I made myself a small sky bridge, and here comes the first wyvern. It took me 3 tries to actually kill one, but now I had enough resources to craft myself a set of wings. Thinking somewhat long term, I thought that it would be pretty handy to have a mob farm around. Honestly, I should have built it in pre-hard mode though, since the hardmore mobs gave me a real headache while I mined out the farm. It took me quite some time to finish it, but there we go. Now I can passively farm souls if I ever needed them. While I was hollowing out the area for the farm, I got a mechanical eye. And I was curious, how would I perform against the twins? Apparently not so well. There's still a long way to go until I can fight them. My next objective therefore is to get a better magic weapon, and I figured that the meteor staff was a good choice. So I mined out the meteor and crafted myself the meteor staff. I knew I should try an easier boss first, and for that I chose the destroyer. This is because you can cheese him a little if you build a high platform where he can't reach you. I quickly realized that the probes and the harpies were very annoying to deal with. It looked like I had a decent shot at killing the destroyer, but I needed some more practice and preparations. First I built a small house for the nurse to move in, and then I made a roof to protect myself a bit more from projectiles. My mob farm was a little broken. Because of the surrounding Hello biome, it only dropped souls of light. But since I don't have a contaminator, I couldn't fix that yet. So, in the meantime, I farmed souls of night elsewhere. Having farmed enough for another destroyer, a golden squirrel gave me a visit. I quickly caught it and put it inside of a terrarium. Now I felt better prepared for the destroyer, so I summoned him once again. This time around, I focus on killing the probes first before damaging the destroyer any further. Unfortunately, the probes ended up killing the nurse when I went for my second heal. Then I got even more unlucky because the wyvern spawned and messed everything up. This was too much for me to handle and I ended up dying again. But this time around, we made it more than halfway through the boss fight, which means that with enough practice, we should be able to beat the destroyer. So next night I summoned him once again. Finally, I have destroyed the first mech boss of the series. But it's not enough yet to craft myself the hallowed armor, so I want to summon him once again. However, first I'm going to buy the contaminator to fix my mob farm. Now I can farm souls of night as well. I summoned the destroyer again and killed it. Now I had enough bars to craft myself the hallowed armor. With this small upgrade I was confident enough to try the twins next, so I expanded my arena a little and placed a few buff stations. Then it was time to face the twins. My plan was to destroy Red Nazer first, as I thought he was the most annoying of the two. As you can see, I suddenly struggled a lot with dodging their attacks. But the first few minutes went pretty well, so I figured that with enough practice I could defeat the twins. This time I even managed to get the Retinator into his second form. But again, it was not enough to defeat them. So I tried it a third time and a fourth time, where I even used the nurse to heal myself during the fight. However, even though I came pretty close to killing the Retinator, I struggled way too much. I had to come up with another plan. The first change that we are going to make is moving the nurse closer to the arena. The second one is to fish for endurance and wrath potions, which will reduce the damage I take and increase the damage I make by 10%. Lastly, we want to scatter some honey across the arena for some sweet regeneration. Now let's see how the twins will hold up against us. We finally did it. Now it's just us and Spasmatism. This is where I knew that this fight is going to be interesting. I have no idea how I survived that. This was certainly a close fight, but we made it. 2 tech bosses down, only 1 to go. Jumping right into the action, my plan was to destroy the laser arm of Skeleton Prime, and then deal with the main head. Unfortunately, I couldn't manage to kill him on the first try, so I tried again and again, until I got this run. This is it. Now we defeated all 3 mech bosses as the jungle grows restless. I put up the trophy and craft myself the pickaxe axe. Now we are 1 step closer to defeating the Moon Lord. But this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.